Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey.
And I'm Jacob.
And we are back with Wonder Woman. Today we're back with Wonder Woman number 6, finishing out the first arc of Tom King and Daniel Sampere's run on Wonder Woman, which I'm very excited about. Of course, we're also continuing World's Finest in the backups, which is awesome.
World's Finest, I don't think finishes here.
I think it's going to keep going, which I'm very excited about, actually. I'm excited to just have more Lizzie, Damien, and John being fun in the backups. Also, if you can't tell, I'm obviously sick, so we're dealing with that today. So there's that.
Obviously, dear viewers, trust me when I say he sounds better than he had a couple days ago.
That's very true. Very true. So here we go. Wonder Woman number 6. First off, very different cover for the run so far.
Yeah. Essentially dichromatic.
Mm-hmm.
Using a lot of shadows. It's again, this is another cover by Daniel Sampere, who's on art for all of this issue, and he's great.
Yep.
I think it's interesting because this is the end of the Outlaw story arc, and it's clear King.
Well, it's very clear first off that Outlaw is just a smaller piece in a much larger story that King is telling. If you're looking for like conclusions to the larger political ramifications of an Amazon killing a man, then that's not happening here. But it is a big finale, sort of, to the story that has been told so far.
It is
very
essentially
much
it is very much the entire issue is action, but like really well integrated action, very, very fun character moments. Exactly one panel of Donna Troy, possibly.
Yeah, that's definitely Donna.
And some Wonder Woman villains, and more Tom King narration from our primary antagonist.
Yes. I found a lot more of the narration this time to be talking more directly to Trinity, which I thought was interesting.
Yes.
More than the others, at least. The others have, he's always been talking to Trinity throughout those narrations. But here more so, I think that before it has felt like just general narration from the Sovereign's point of view. Here it's like he's telling a story directly to her, which I find really cool. But anyway, issue begins. Steve Trevor stuff. He's being attacked by Dr. Psycho and Angle Man.
I mean, Tom King loves his deep cuts, okay?
I love it, yeah. But yeah, Steve is mentally attacked by Dr. Psycho, and
we're using Steve to get to Diana.
Yep.
We have Giganta bursting out of the ground. Cersei using magic to basically orchestrate this giant sequence of fights. I'm gonna be honest.
We also get a literal
fantastically. They flow one into the other fantastically.
We also get a wonderful literal Linda Carter Wonder Woman twirl transformation, which is beautiful. I love it. Followed by a great Diana Giganta fight. And the teasing of a very interesting role for Silver Swan in this.
Yeah.
I love this. I really, really love this.
I mean, it's Vanessa.
It's Vanessa. You got your confirmation. You were looking for that last time.
Which also it means Tom, Mr. King. Hi, hello. I brought this up nearly every time, but I feel like Julie is coming. Please, just make me happy. Make me specifically happy.
I think Jacob never changed. But then, so Silver Swan is more like, she's not even really a villain in this issue. She's aware of the Sovereign's plan, and she wants to warn Diana about it, actually. And
she seems very conflicted.
And the Sovereign knows what she would do, so he uses Swan as a pawn in all this. So when Diana's trying to save Vanessa through all this, Giganta is attacking her at the same time. Literally
also destroying the Washington Monument, so...
Okay, look. I know we've brought it up before on these videos, but like, that theory about Tom King using this run as a comment on his time in the CIA, I mean, he literally destroyed the Washington Monument.
He's clearly. I mean, I was also going to say in going forward, because this is one of those issues where I feel like having predictions for what's coming is a lot of what King's trying to implant in the viewer. Like, I have a feeling these. Pretty much all of these villains, except the two male ones who, let's be honest, the two male villains really aren't in the spotlight.
Yeah, they appear for like 2 panels in total in the entire issue. Yeah.
They have a role to play, and I hope we get more of both of them. I mean, at least Dr. Psycho, but...
Oh, come on, you don't want a whole issue centered around Angle Man? Because Tom King will fucking do it.
I mean, look, if Tom King does it well, then I want that, but yes. What I'm trying to say is I think this is going to try to build up more of that conspiracy of these villains are going to be connected with the Amazons and just part of the anti-Amazon sentiment. That's currently a thing. Hasn't been resolved, obviously, for, obvious reasons. King is on this book for the long run. And also, knowing that King is probably on this book for the long run is no soon of stopping. I've heard teases that DC is going to be doing some big shakeup events this year. I mean, but also like, if you're worried about it cutting off these runs at all, I don't think it'll cut off anything that's selling particularly well. And I know these runs are selling well that we're covering. At the very least, Superman and Wonder Woman. I don't know about Brave and the Bold as much. Here's the Brave and the Bold is one that you could easily stop.
Well, it can get stopped because it's an anthology, but Superman and Wonder Woman, these guys need to keep going. I want long, prosperous futures for Williamson and King on these runs.
Because they're both very interesting.
Yeah.
Also, please don't give us multiple months of no issues, because that's never that wasn't the most fun when Night Terrors happened. Even though I had fun with Night Terrors.
Night Terrors was a good time though.
It was a fun time, but I didn't love that we paused.
But anyway, God, how great is that page where Diana's holding up the Washington Monument? Fucking love that. Yeah, he just crushes those pages. He's fucking awesome.
I mean, he crushes every... Daniel Sampere is equally the creative voice on this run.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, at least when I promote these episodes, I've been trying my best to make sure he's credited as well. Because he just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, totally.
And just great quality. He also does really, really well with sort of the back half of the issue, which is a completely different fight.
First off, I love seeing the Sovereign out of control for once, which is great. He feels like he's won and he hasn't, clearly. Also, Sergeant Steele portrayed as almost like totally expecting the plan to go wrong. I love that.
Yeah, well, it's like, well, you know what happened in Montana. It could happen all over again. What's especially interesting is, that contradiction in narration. Like, the narration, King keeps this voice of confidence, of everything's going according to plan.
But then when you're actually seeing the Sovereign in real time in the present, like, it's...
The man crushes a glass of wine.
It's really, really interesting. But then, of course, I think the main event, probably, of the issue is this fight that's built up between Diana and Grail, the daughter of Darkseid. Another moment that Sampere just gets a chance to absolutely shine, really show off how brutal he can make these characters, and make this moment. It's really, really rough.
It's great.
This is also where we get our Donna Troy appearance, who seems to take Sergeant Steele.
Does like an almost just like pull, like cover his mouth, and is clearly pulling him back.
She does like a Batman Arkham like sneak attack. And he just disappears. So I'm sure we'll find out more about that when we pick up with this story in issue 8, I believe.
Issue 8? Yeah, it's going to be issue 8. Interestingly, so Grail's a character I don't know.
Yes, that is true. I will say she's involved in something that we're actually reading in the semi-ish near future on the podcast. So there's that.
That could be we're reading next time on the podcast proper, or
it could be you have no clue what's coming up on the podcast after Grant Morrison Batman and stuff. So
I don't. I'm trying to formulate guesses as we speak, but they're not coming, so, Joey.
Speaking of, check out the Fresh Face Comics, the podcast.
Yes.
It's a great.
This is a spin-off from.
Yes. We have a spin-off. Anyway, so but yeah, the fight goes on. It's a fucking beautiful fight. It looks great.
I think we haven't really called out Tamu More, who's colored all these issues. Fantastic use of reds in this fight.
Oh yeah. Not even just in the blood splattered all over, but like in the look of the rest of the pages. Like there are some pages just tinted in red and yellow as well, but red that like really show the intensity of it. I love this one. There's a smaller panel towards the end of the fight where Grail holds up this weapon to like deal the finishing blow on Diana, and their silhouettes are done completely in red, which I really like. I think that looks awesome.
Yes, it's really effective, and the whole idea is that no matter how bad it's going to get, there's at least hope. Hope is going to prevail.
Yeah. And so Diana does win the fight by the skin of her teeth.
It's clearly a Pyrrhic victory because she collapses to her knees and then on the ground. And I wouldn't be surprised if we pick up an issue 8 and she's captured.
Yeah, very possible. Very, very possible. But importantly, they let us know very explicitly at the end here that issue 7 will not be directly continuing this story. We have a bit of a sidestep, which isn't going to work the same way as like other Tom King sidesteps where, say, like in, I don't know, Brave and the Bold recently, where Tom King and Mitch Gerrits had to take a couple months off of their story, and it was annoying. But here, Tom King is still writing the next issue. I believe Gideon March is on the art with a cover by Daniel Sampere. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited. See, it sounds like fun. It's apparently Wonder Woman and Superman, and I think by the solicit, it's about them buying a birthday gift for Bruce.
Ooh, because I mean, the tease here is. As we take a break next issue for Wonder Woman, Superman, and the Space Mall.
Yeah, I believe the solicit said something about buying Bruce Wayne a birthday gift. So that sounds very fun.
Reversed for the man who has everything.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. But in the meantime, as well, we have our backup story here, World's Finest, Part 4, which I don't think is the end of this. I think we have more coming. So I guess we'll see.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It ends with the end, but...
It does. Have the others ended with the end? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Let me find out. No, none of the others say the end.
So this might be it.
Okay, this might actually be the end. Okay, if it is, it's a fun time. They're all a fun time. It's been a great story.
That also doesn't mean that we aren't going to be getting backups anymore.
Yeah, we'll definitely still be getting backups, if for nothing else, because DC wants to keep their comic prices up and charge more for more pages. Which, I mean, hey, if there's actually good new pages, then sure, I don't mind paying more.
You're getting more pages.
But anyway, it seems actually that this one, I think Lizzie's a little younger in this one than Part 3.
Yeah, no, we are going back to like young, not quite like probably 5 or 6 year old Lizzie. She's pretty young.
I do love this. It's Damian tells Lizzie a bedtime story where he recounts the end of Final Crisis, but one where Damian defeats Darkseid himself, and it's really funny.
What happens in Final Crisis?
Well, for now, just take this as the ending. We're gonna read it someday. Don't worry.
We're gonna read it someday. Well, no, but like, yeah, Damien, you tell this child.
I do also love Darkseid's dialogue here. Holy moly, no, not Robin. He's the literal best. Do you know what literal means? Never mind. We'll talk about it later. Go to sleep. Anyway, I give up. And it's great. I think that's so much fun. And so Lizzie,
also this fear of like Darkseid and math might be in the closet.
Yes. So Lizzie going to bed from that bedtime story is then scared of Darkseid. So John and Damian decide to wear out Lizzie by taking her to the moon. And then she actually goes to sleep next to some... I always love the implication in comics of superhero and villain memorabilia, as she has a little like Joker plush on her bed.
She also has a Dark Knight Returns poster on her wall.
She does, which implies that the Dark Knight Returns does not exist.
It implies that it is a written book about
exactly.
Batman.
It is complete fiction. It is in no way canon to anything, and that can only be a good thing, really.
Yeah.
And so, John and Damien crash on the couch. Lizzie joins them, yawns, and that is the end. And it's adorable, and I love it, and I want more.
Yeah, it's sweet. I wonder if next time we'll just be, because it's just a one issue story, we'll just be getting a full 35-page story.
That might be fun. That's very possible.
Especially since it's different artists next time, in March, and then it's a sidestep. But yeah, first this is the first arc, and it's done. And I really enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. It's really good. It does the Tom King thing of him doing a big overarching story,
which he's usually good at pulling off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
This feels a little bit like he probably crafted like a full 12 issues, and these first 6 are just the first the first 6 it's the first half, so we can get a trade.
Yeah, very possible.
Which
it's a good place to end a trade.
It's a good place to end a trade.
Yeah.
It does feel more complete than, say, in a lot of ways, his first arc on his Batman run, which I've read. The first 6 issues. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the first? Yeah, the first. Yeah, I am.
Just
I am
that first.
Gotham. Yeah.
That first 6, because that was also collected in trade as.
Yeah. Yep.
I Am Gotham.
Yeah. But King packs a lot into these first 6 issues here. There's a lot to love here. So. Yeah. But otherwise, if you haven't checked out our past videos on Wonder Woman, check those out. They've been doing particularly well lately, so that's nice.
It's really nice to see Wonder Woman as a character do well, because she's kind of the leg of the DC Trinity that left behind.
Yeah.
She only had her first actual live action film in the late 2010s. I want to say 2017 was when the first Wonder Woman came out.
Yeah, 17. Yep.
Yeah, and she's the only leg that hasn't had her own animated show.
Apparently, I think there were talks of a long time ago, but that never came about. Unfortunately, I think it would have had something to do with the Bruce Timm stuff, like with Susan Eisenberg. That would have been really cool. But
I know there was some Wonder Woman TV appearance rights stuff in the 2000s where she had to be a lead, but but hey, at least we have Linda Carter. So we have Linda Carter, and she's great.
Man, I really wish my voice would stop giving out during this. We have 2 more videos to record tonight, so we're gonna stop this one now. Otherwise, check out other Fresh Face one shots, previous Wonder Woman ones, and other ones we're covering. Superman by Joshua Williamson and Brave and the Bold
probably coming out in a couple of days. With how
I think actually I'm gonna get Superman out first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are reasons. Don't worry. But yeah, so those will be out, and otherwise, check out Fresh Face Comics and our socials and everything. Those will all be linked in the description below. And I guess until next time, this has been Joey Morgan,
Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.